Hey everybody, what's going on? It's Minnie here, and this is the whatever version update of Timeline. I am too lazy to think right now. So those are some tanks. I added them in there just to show you a basic idea of what I have. Of course, they kind of turn a little awkwardly. Don't look at them. They're going to be renamed. They're going to rename all the tank names. I found the scripts that do it, and I'm going to be editing scripts that reference other scripts, so that way it'll all work out in the end. And those two in particular, I want them to be named, well, they can be any of them, but the two first that I had, because one's a Sherman and one is a T-34 tank, you know, an American and a Russian tank. The American one I wanted to name the Sherman of Liberty, and then the Russian tank I wanted to name the Suka Blam. Anyway, that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So you're going to notice a little more details, or maybe a lot more details. Up there, that's still a little questionable. Right there, that's definitely looking better. You know, there's a few things over here, but these aren't really, there's a vine. These aren't really necessarily what I want you to see. No, I want you to see is over here. This looks a lot better already, doesn't it? I think so. I think this looks wonderful. You know, all those little grasses and all that. Now, I did have some issues with the X models where not all of them were spawning in because I had too many on screen. I think the limit is 8,000 X models. And the thing that was causing this issue was this low-lying grass here, because each little segment there, that's one model, and I was peppering those all over the place to give that little layer of grass right there. Anyway, I did mess with the script a little bit here, so the level isn't going to play through quite like it should be, but I think that's okay. Now, as you can see now, this whole, you know, this whole fight changes entirely now that I've added cover. And, you know, all that good stuff. Excuse me right there. You just gotta shoot me some more Germans. Some Japanese people, too. I mean, this is a non-discriminate, game where we kill people. And now you're gonna see the flaw here. Oh, it's not done yet. Oh wait, maybe it's another trigger. Yep. So there's two triggers that have to, well, trigger, and now we're here. I added some more detail right there. I think that looks pretty cool. You know, the thing has been sunk in the ground for so long, the plants are starting to grow out of it. I did have some grass here, but I had to remove the grass to get my things to spawn in. As you can see now, also the hills and all that, you know, these all are actually detailed now. So, for the most part, this introductory area is done. And I like it. It's still a little iffy, you know, about things like right here, up there. But I'm getting to it. Hey there, Bulenkov. Bulyenkov? I don't know. You're not allowed to go up here, but I'm going to go up here for the sake of development stuff. And we're going to look over here for a moment, back to the starting area. There's also this area all the way out here. Now, you're not really going to be looking over there. I still have to extend that wall out that way a little more. But that's just where the tanks come from. That's it. That's all I have to say about that. Let's move back out into the town. I think this is... Let's see what else I've detailed. Yeah, like I said, a lot of the scripts aren't working now because of something that I did, but yeah, you know, so as you can see, there's this here. These here show that you can no longer use this path. I found that during test runs, the people that I was making test it were only running down this path, and I wanted some of them to see if they could run down this way, because this way is just a prettier view. So now I'm kind of forcing the player to either go through the house or go down this way. And I found that people are drawn more toward that way because there's bushes here. But the house is supposed to be here more as like a little, you know, hey, look, you can be in here. But it's not necessarily meant to be the way to go. I want the player to go down here. So I think this is it for the update for this map. But I'm going to say right now, there are more maps that I've been working on. And I've been working on them fairly decently, I want to say. And what I mean by that is, of course, I worked on this the most. Without a doubt. There's no way that you could say that I didn't work on this, because I definitely did. Oh yeah, there's a little extra that I worked on as well. And the reason why I'm doing this is because it's been I think it's been 2-3 weeks since the last update, so I just wanted to get you guys all informed. There's also this area. This is the end area. Oh, this is after the third encounter. You run into here. And now what you have to do is you have to find the teleporter. And this is all I got so far. But I think it looks pretty cool, especially these wires here, which all actually have a little cup link at the top and the bottom that they connect to. Yeah. So I think that's all I got for this map. Is there anything new besides this? I did add a machine gunner up here. He wasn't up there, but I added him. Yeah, this guy. He was supposed to be shooting down on the players, on the allies, but looks like that wasn't happening. I fixed this little bug, by the way, where the little handle there is on the top, but because he's supposed to be standing right here and going. Which I might just add a machine gun up here and then assign an AI to it. It makes it look really cool when you're running through here and you're fighting, and then you just see the extra, all the yellow and white bullets coming from the house going peppering this area. It just makes it look cool. Anyway, that's all I got for this area here. So the next area is actually going to be the next area that I'm going to show you is actually a new map that you guys, I think you guys have seen it before, but I've added a little bit to it just to give it a little more convincing. I didn't really work on this one all that hard, maybe for a little while, but I mostly worked on some outline stuff and some idea concepts, which I now realize might need to be abandoned. But you know, that's a big part of this. You got to learn. Anyway, I'll see you in that on that map. Alrighty, so this is the next map. What I call the between level. You're not going to be able to see that from here. This is the first of 3 levels in the between area, and I'll go ahead and I'll get down to it. So this is the introduction, where you drop down, you land, you drop down here, and you start moving through here. This first area is only meant to introduce you to the between area, and because of that, there's not going to be any enemies around here. I believe I placed down weapons here, but they're not going to show up because they're not in the CSV. Anyway. So, what the player is supposed to do, they're supposed to look out there, see that, go, alright, I see it, right? You know, that little thing? It's floating water. This is one of the concepts I said that I need to get rid of. It was a cool idea, but no. Anyway, so, see that, and so then the player is just going to kind of go over here. Platforming, if you will. Not entirely, but a little bit here and there. Until they get to here. When the player gets over here, you get to walk up here and they get to go inside. It's actually not that big of an area. And the inside is actually scoped out. I guess besides the floor. But the inside is scoped out. It's just got an invisible texture on it. And that's why this is here, actually, because this is meant to be a part of an area that you go into right after you enter the house, which is like a little cave, and it's all going to be very weird. And in the cave, you're going to see, I wanted to do something like this. If you can see it, I don't know if the video editor or YouTube is going to cut out the little detail, but if you can see it on my end, let me try to go deeper in. Alright, like here. As you can see, the water is swirling around like a whirlpool, and I kind of want it. I kind of want that just to be a little thing through a window in the cave. Yes, there's going to be a window in the cave because these levels are meant to be kind of weird. Anyway, when you leave this area, and this also inside of the building is going to be where the first encounters are. When you leave this building and cave and then a building again, you're going to end up in another area like this first one. And you're going to have a real encounter and something like that. And you're going to end up in another set of caves. And when you go through a certain path, you're going to drop down, go through the certain path again. You're going to enter in through here. go down this way. Badoom, jump, jump, kill this dude. Because that's the only fighting that's going to happen in this area. After that, shoot him a couple more times for fun. Get all that anger out. You're going to go into here, and this is just going to be pretty simple. This is going to be, when you enter into here, there's going to be a room with a few quote-unquote levels. It's just an upper and a lower area. Not really even, you know, a difference in, you know, story-wise, like floors. But you're going to go in there, and you're going to clear that area out, enter the teleporter, and it'll be done. I'm assuming that this level's probably going to have probably 20 or 30 enemies in it. It's not going to have a lot, and you're going to be alone the whole time, so that's the reason. Anyway. Oh yeah, that's also, this is just an outline. This is not the actual building, how it's going to look. I just wanted to separate some pieces and block some things out. Anyway, that being said, let's go on to our final map. This is both combined the oldest and the newest map that I'm working on for this. Oldest because I've already created this area before, and you might actually see it in my quitting video, and this right here isn't actually meant to be like this. I have to change around some textures in order for that to be visible. Because this guy here doesn't like mixing with any other texture so long as the other texture is actually touching it. It's stupid. Anyway, so we're here. This is a level where you're just going to have your two main characters. And you're going to run down here. This is all new, by the way. You're going to run down here, and you're going to move this way. You're going to move along this area. This area needs some extra detail, not in necessarily the textures right now, but actually in the polygons themselves. As you can see, it can look pretty ugly at times. Anyway, so the player's going to run through here. They're going to start fighting around here. Alright? And so, you know, they're going to be fighting some dudes and all that, and they're going to run over through here. And when they get up on top of this hill, that's when there's going to be an actual fight. There's going to be some cliffs on the other side there. And they'll be fighting. There's also going to be some people in the river. There's going to be rocks and stuff in the river as well to stop everybody from going. This map is definitely not even really meant to be seen yet, and I don't... Pretty much what I'm going to do, here's what I'm going to do. So, there's going to be a cliff about yay tall, and there's going to be people shooting down as well, and you have to take care of all of them. Of course, you got a lot of cover, you're in a foresty-like area. I'm thinking about maybe having a part of that river branch out over this side. From here... There's going to be a little cave here. You're going to run up there, and all of a sudden you're going to be on top of the thing. You're going to have to push through a small town that's up here. And you're going to reach this point right here. And this is where the teleporter is going to be. And you just have to get to that teleporter. And the issue is, you can't get to it by going here, so you have to move around. And that's it. Also, it's going to be raining. This map's going to be raining. I've only got the base texture down for... some of these areas and all that, so of course this is all new. Anyway, that's all I got for this update. The next update will be out when it's out. I'm hoping for the next update I can finish the detailing of the town, fix up some of those scripting issues in that first level. I can finish up the first area as well as the building, like the actual facade of the building, as well as maybe some of the interior stuff in the between level. I want to, for this level, make that cliffside there and redo this because it honestly, it's just bad. It's just bad right now. And thank you so much for watching, everybody, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Now, if you ever want to help out on this project or work on it at all, go ahead and just let me know, leave a comment, and I can see what I can do with that. Any extra mappers would be helpful. Once again, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.